Oh, wait, is my microphone on? I forgot to check if my audio. Test, test, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Girl, what you pregnant?
Uh, Mom, I went live. What happened? Who? All righty. Yes, love. So you won't be picking up your orders where you used to. It's a new location by the post office, by Carroll City Middle School and Senior High and Barbara Hawkins. It's a location over there. So, hello, people. I'm going to put it up on my phone. Hold on. Um, but you can see the background is different. It's going to end up having the shells back. But I just gave y'all a new space and now I'm changing it again. So, uh, I've been MIA and it's been hectic and I look a hotmess.com right now because we've been doing a whole big old move. So I was like, I have to go live. I didn't have anything. I couldn't do my Q&A today. And it probably sounds very echoey in here right now because it's still a lot of open space. And then this space has a bunch of tile. So I definitely need to figure out a remedy for that because I'm pretty sure it probably sounds very hollow, like an echo in here because I feel like I can hear it as an echo. Um, but yeah, I look rested. Who tried? What I am not is I am not rested. Who Jesus, definitely not that. But look, y'all, the lighting is giving. Y'all know this time of night in my other space, the lighting was never giving. We're still giving good light and everything. Like, I'm loving it. I still have to add some more lights and stuff. I'm waiting for my wall mounts to come. But yes, we have moved to yet another location. We are taking our house back. Not the final move, but it's a good move to where it will allow me to do some in-person sessions. It will um, allow us to kind of expand a little bit more. We are working to become a distributor for shirts so that I'll be able to get back to having my print shop because before I just couldn't. Trying to do everything out of my room was just impossible. So yeah, it's so I'll give you somewhat. Uh, oh, Cheryl was wondering where I was. Yeah, because Wednesday is normally my day to go live, but I did not go live because one, I had a dental appointment today, and two, it was the move. Ooh, these lights are giving me because these teeth look nice and bright. Ooh, yes, it's giving. I'm loving the lighting. Um, he says, "Praise God, what a local blessing." All right, so first let me do an introduction for those who may not know me. Hello, everybody. Although I think it's all family here because I didn't really share it out, although I did put it in my groups. But hello, everyone. I am Shakia, the professor of HS8 365 LLC. I love it. I'm actually not sitting down in my chair. I'm actually able to raise my desk up so I can actually stand at it. Oh, I'm sorry, mother. I think something's there. So I'm actually able to stand at my desk. This actually won't be the angle this stays at. I'm waiting for my other table, my other desk to come because I now have more room. So I'm actually going to have a work surface in my office this time, and then I'll still have my desk space and stuff like that. But yeah, so Shakira, the professor of HS Inc. 365 LLC, the parent company of Soloholics Anonymous, where I have been teaching you guys how to use Silhouette Studio, and I'll finally be able to not just display my Silhouette Studios, my Silhouette cameos, but I'll be able to use them once all that stuff is gone out of the closet. And then of course, HS Ink 365, where we carry summation paper, summation ink, heat tape, your cartridges, and some other accessories. And 365 Creative Academy, which will now have like an actual space to be like an academy and teach classes up in this piece and not have to be like all over people. Like there's room to teach and to move. And then in January, there's a whole classroom on the other side. I'm super excited. So yes, right. The lighting is nice, y'all. We got good. I told y'all good lighting was coming because in my house it's up. So if for nothing else, honey, I'm excited about the lighting. It's not blinding me because before they were like right over. So my ring light is here, my key light is there. Then it's a good. Well, that one actually probably could be changed, but it's neither here nor there. It's giving. I'm so excited. So I will give you guys the backstory at a later date. But we needed to be able to move to expand and grow. Like you get to a point where your surroundings can make you feel stuck, right? You know the growth, you know where you want to grow to, but being the fact that we worked from home, it's like living there, working there, and not being able to like, there was no separation. So limiting myself or ourselves on growth. I have been wanting to do in-person classes. And although I love my friend very dearly, which I still will do some because when I have like a lot of people, I will need a big space. But it's like the timing was never like right. So whenever I do like something and I plan it out and I do something, you know, it's a lot of people and I can actually book her spot maybe for the weekend, like, you know, actually pay for it because she loves me so much. She was like, you don't have to pay for it. So if y'all in the South Florida area, definitely go check out Jack of All Trades Event Center, my girl, Jackie. And so she offered me her space, but it was like always like an issue with scheduling and stuff like that. Then I was going to book at Betty T, which again, for some larger classes, I do plan to do it there. But every time I would go and I would book it and all that stuff, things just happened. And I allowed myself, like I was kept wondering about, okay, well, I have to lug all of the equipment and this, that, and the third. I don't want to kind of do it. Like, I'm not sure people will show up. And I'm like, you know, like, what's this going to, I wanted to be able to start the in-person classes, but then, you know, when you're investing money and then if you don't have anyone sign up for the classes, like, so I wanted to kind of build that audience locally first and then try and fill out like her space and stuff. So we were trying to find a commercial space and I really want to stay in my actual city because there is nothing like it as far as or like a print shop. Before, for people to do prints and stuff, we used to have like the Office Depot and stuff like that here, but there really isn't anything in my actual city. I could easily go to warehouses. It'll definitely be cheaper. Kind of like one of my favorite places, Florida Flex. They're like, you know, in like the Doral, Medley area. We have a lot of warehouse districts in here, but I really, really wanted to stay in my local city, taking advantage of it, just being a business within the city that I live in. So we were looking at a lot of like local spaces here, and one of them just kept falling through. And then there were some spaces in like a brand new plaza, but they are very narrow. So one, it's narrow. Two, there's no walls. It's literally just an open canvas. So when you're thinking about renting, it's like, okay, we would have to be responsible for finishing the floors, putting floors in there, any walls that we put up, like it's on us and we can't take that with us. So like that was a really big investment for something that was a 3 to 5 year lease. There is another spot that I want. I really, really want. It was just the Justice. Like that had everything. It had a storage. It had like all this stuff in it, but it was in Pembroke Pines. They are doing some building of like other commercial spaces here in Miami Gardens. So I was like, okay, until those are finished. And then one of them is like this big warehouse district off like the turnpike. And I look at like one of the other companies that's like in Pompano, it's called TSF, and like they are a distributor. Like they have the big warehouse, the really tall shelves and stuff, to where it's like just rows and rows and rows of shirts and shirts and shirts and so much more, and jackets and hoodies. And that is like one of the ultimate like goals, or whatever. So they're building some in our city. We have a set by Dolphin Stadium, but they're building some like not too far from where we are, but they're still building. And I wanted to be able to move out to, one, prepare ourselves for me getting up, try to create a routine, because I felt like I was becoming a little bit lazy in that I can just get up whenever. I can take my time getting up because I'm literally walking 2 feet to my office. So now it's forcing me to where I have to get up. It's making me accountable to have to come to another location. That's what my thought process with us getting a location. And I wanted, somewhere where it wasn't our house. So when people want to kind of come to either pick up stuff like local pickups, and that maybe like, some days where it's a little bit late. I know people get off at like 5, 6 o'clock, and then rush hour traffic here, and the UPS store closes at 6:30. So I wanted to be able to have certain days at least to where like, okay, if I'm here till at least 8, to where people can do like their local pickups when they get off work. I wanted to be able to do classes and be able to have people come, like even if it's during the daytime, to where I can do classes. But we did not want to have it in our home where we actually lay our head. So we're just trying to find a space. Well, when the commercial spaces fell through, we looked into office spaces. Great rent-wise. But the issue was they run office hours. All of your utilities are included because the building basically pays for like everything, which means that if you don't know, when you're looking to spaces, for any of you who are thinking about moving, when you move into spaces like that, they shut down at 6 o'clock. They literally cut the air off at 6. So you might have like, in the wintertime, you might have a couple of hours where, it's not too hot, but eventually it's going to get hot, especially if you have heat presses on. So that wasn't going to work. So on weekdays, it was at 6. And then on weekends, it was 2. I'm like, well, I'm trying to hold weekend classes. This definitely isn't going to work. So then we looked into flex spaces. Well, all of the flex spaces, again, in Miami Gardens, because I'm trying to stay here, they were used. Like they were already rented out or whatever. And it was like a long time before any of them would become available. So then I was like, okay, well, what do we do? If you guys don't know, my girl, Kiana from the Craft Sisters, she has what's called the Craft House. It was a house that they acquired to where she can basically run business out of it. And I was like, that's so smart. And we thought about that at one point, and we were looking for houses with that close to us. We had one very, very recently. I went in there, was literally ready to pull the trigger, and then we got another offer to utilize a house, which again, I'll explain all that later. So we basically have taken over a house. So I have several rooms, and we are like, I now have a much bigger workspace where I can record, and then like my wall mounts are coming to where I can mount my cameras and they can stay stationary. I don't have to like keep moving them. Being able to have better lighting where they can be stationary. I don't have to keep moving them. We have our garage back. It's hurricane season, and we're used to like when hurricane come, our house is like a fortress and it has all the stuff. And we like to pull our cars into the garage, and with all of our setup in there, we couldn't. So it's like, man, it's hurricane season. And it was a little too close for comfort with Ian. So we're like, okay, definitely time to make a move. Just in case something comes and, our cars are stuck outside. So we have a garage back, and I had like shirts and all that stuff. Love knows he comes to get shirts all the time. So even though we're not like a full-on shirt distributor, I do still sell shirts like to people locally. When they need shirts, they just come and kind of pick one up from me. But we ordered a whole lot of shirts, and they needed somewhere to go. So we needed a bigger storage and like a bigger wall. So I thought about like a little bit of like Kiana, also Angela Jasmina from her YouTube channel is Angela Jasmina. And like, she just has kind of her house set up as more like a warehouse, like her whole basement and stuff, like her whole operation. So I'm like, okay, you can operate a house. Although now Angela Jasmina is looking for a whole warehouse. So it's, to me, I talked about levels and steps. And although we are very successful in what we do, and we've actually killed the game in how we've been able to manage it from our home, it was just time to move. And I was talking with someone that I kind of talk business with. And I'm like, it does for me, I could go into like a commercial space. We were looking at it. It probably taken us a while to find the perfect one, like not too far. Like we didn't want to be too far from MJ school, from Zion Imani, and not have to do a whole bunch of running around and stuff. So I'm like, I probably, if I would have looked long enough, I probably could have. But when I thought about like with Kiana, when she talked about having a craft house, I was like, you know what? Let's look into that. Because it does show where you can still kind of have basically a home. It's not, you don't have to go into commercial space. You're still able to keep your internet and your lights and all of that at residential prices and not commercial prices. So that's always a bonus and always a plus. So it's just, I wanted to also be able to show graduated growth to my audience, because I'm all about like teaching you guys like how to grow in your business. So, you know, I just did the video about there's levels to this. So our goal is to get into a full on commercial space warehouse. Like I want like a full storefront, all that, and to grow. But I thought, you know, I can't go off of anybody else's journey. I knew what would be best for us. Being able to have a space that was safe for our kids, we're still close to them to get them from school. And not be too far, because traffic in Miami is crazy. So here we are. You will see the full space, the setup for where the paper and stuff is. We still have our warehouse that like all of all of the overflow is, which is also great because it is literally like right there. So whenever if we need to, like we run out, we just need to restock, which is called now HQ. Or the fulfillment center, we can do that by just going to go get more supplies and keeping kind of like enough for daily orders. So what we've kind of known over, been doing this 2 years, what we need daily. And so pretty much almost like every 2 days, whatever, even had to restock the shelves anyway. But we just had like enough room. Like we had extra shelves and like how we had them set up. So now it's going to be probably like, probably more like a daily restock, but we have like the whole area set up and it's still an area for him and he can kind of do his thing. And then it's like right by the door. So if someone wants to come do a local pickup, like we can just kind of do that here. And then we're getting a lot of new equipment. And so the back area is going to be awesome, because when we have the camera set up there, you guys will I'll be back to be doing videos from actual like production. So you'll be able, you know how you guys were asking about the rolling and how that works, and I could never show it because of where it was and there's no camera in there. Well, guess what? There's going to be cameras back there. So I have my rolling, I have my laminator. I'm actually going to be able to use my US cutter, which is my bigger cutter, so where I can use the rolling to print and then cut on that one. So it'll be like faster production. We're getting a DTG printer. So there's a space for that because we didn't know where the hell that was going to go at in our house because we've taken up all the garage spaces. So that one, and then our laser printer to be able to do print services. So we'll be able to grow and expand within here. And like I said, come December, there's a spot in the back, and that will be an official classroom. So I'm super excited. But I'll let you see. Let me tell you what I'm really, really excited about in this setup in this room. So now it does look it looks a little dark, but that's still brighter than what it was in the other space. So I'm not sure if you guys even ever saw like my desk and stuff. So I have that, and I'll actually be able to have both heat presses in here. So we'll have a place like there's a Hottronics that's in here, in the other area, because we'll be doing custom orders. My husband and our staff will be able to process orders back there as well. But a lot of people always say, well, does the paperwork at 365 with the Hottronics? Like they want to kind of see like other heat presses. So now, because of the way this is set up and I have all this room, I'll be able to put my Share Profit, my 16 by 20 auto press on this surface. I'll be able to bring a convection oven, because here there is like, it's just a regular oven. It's not a convection oven to do tumblers. So I'm going to get a small one. I'll be able to do that here. So I won't have to run out of the room. So it's going to make it a lot better for actual like tutorials like that. So I'll have that one. And then with this, you guys have been asking me to do a video about all over or large format things. In my other space, it was like literally right next to the window. So I didn't really have a lot of room to like move stuff around. But now, oh baby. See, I hate because it's turned. Hold on. Let me, the screw is out. Hold on. Okay. I'm just gonna adjust my pressure so that it doesn't, because the screw is out. I gotta put some what's name on there. But now I'll be able to like do longer things. And then when I'm teaching, like, y'all can actually see me. Yay! I'm like, I am super, super stoked about just the setup. Being able to have like where I'm not always sitting when I'm teaching classes. So hold on, I had to kind of fix myself. So even being able to, I'm gonna try and turn this to where if I want, I can like be up and I can have my whiteboard and I can actually be like a teacher and teach. I'm so excited. So as I said, this is sneak peek in here because you just get to kind of see this room. Although there's all of my cameos will be in that one there. All of my printers will be on the other one, which you guys will get a full tour. But yeah, so there's that. Don't mind. Okay, hold on. Let's move you home, girl. All right, hold on. Ugh. Yes, how you doing? So being able to have, like I have one on that side and actually being able to utilize them and get to them, being able to like, you really, really use my, I can't wait till the other desk gets here, being able to use like my light box and take good pictures and being able to really teach about that and taking good pictures and stuff. Oh yes, it's lovely, isn't it? But so having this space here and like, there's just room. So that's going, and I'm like, even with that, like it looks dark, but it's still amazing. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Look at that. I saw like, man, y'all can't see it for real. Like you can actually see the colors. I feel like this camera is doing what it, because it's a high definition camera. And I felt like in my other space, it just wasn't giving. So being able to like show, like, wait, let's see. Look, it looks black in here. Remember how before I was showing this and it looked purple? It looks black. It's black because it's the lighting. Oh my God, look, she's black. Oh my gosh. If for nothing else, we didn't move to a new house. HS Inc. moved to a new location, i.e. a house. But yes, HS Inc. has moved. We are not moving out of our house. So our family did not move, but the business itself moved. So, I mean, I can't wait till I have to redo all my IKEA shelves. So being able to have my IKEA shelves to where I can display tumblers, my TikTok game finna go to a new level. Oh my gosh. Y'all just understand how excited I am. Oh my gosh. So look at that. Colors did not show like this before. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Like, I'm so excited. Oh, wait, look here. Oh gosh. So look. That's going to be so dope. So, I don't know if I want to go, because like on this wall, I actually love the dark shelf. So we have to go to so y'all can help me decide. Y'all know what my shelves look like this color in the other room. Like it's exactly this color. But I'm debating on whether or not I want to wrap black shelves. I think on this wall, the black shelf looks good, but I'm not sure about putting it on this. Oh, and look, I'm gonna be able to watch TV. That's one thing that when I'm in here by myself, I'm like, man, I had no space to put a TV. So, I mean, that's already there. So I'll be able to put, although it has to be moved somewhat because it's too low by the time I put my shelf in here. Although I guess I could technically frame it, but that's gonna be cool because I'll also be able to put StreamYard up there and like be like when I'm working, sometimes I can't see your comments. So being able to have another monitor where I can see comments is going to be really cool too for classes. But I'm debating on whether or not I should get the black ones because I think back there the black will be cool. But I don't know about on this side if I should do black, but I don't want to mix the colors either. So that's the only thing I'm kind of on the fence about on whether or not I should do black and wrap it around, or if I should. I kind of like the clean line look that the other shelves. Y'all know that's how they were in my office, like with my paper and stuff. I kind of like that look. So with the one that's the white like this. So I'm trying to debate on black or the color that was in my old office. I think the black shells would look nice in there. Black. We can watch Big Brother together. I know, right? The black looks really good. Yeah. So your enthusiasm is infectious. I'm super hyped for you. Yay. Oh wait, let's switch the camera. So, I want to see what it looks like here. Oh, see, yes. Oh, wait, I'm ashy. I've been working all day. Excuse the ash, okay? Been working all day. But, oh, yes. See, but I think this camera still, I'm going to probably switch this one out. I've been wanting to do that anyway, to switch all of my cameras out to the Elgato cameras because I think the color is just better. So there's that. And let's see. I'm going to switch it to the Elgato camera. Yeah, the colors are much better on this camera, right? Okay, wait, y'all tell me. This is an Elgato camera, and this one is my Logi Capture. I think the colors are better on the Elgato, right? So I want to probably switch this one out. That's one thing he even said. He's like, now you got to go buy more cameras. Yeah. Thank you. Wait till you hear what the blessing really is. I can't wait to show, because once everything is done, I'll explain to you how this blessing came about. So thank you. Oh, Miss Cheryl. But yeah, so that's where I have been at. And not really been on. So when I did the black tumbler, it was to show that you can get I actually have two of them. Let's see. Look, it looks black. So it was a mixture of my lighting, but also my office. So it was just to show that you can actually get a seamless tumbler without the cast lines. Because people would say, oh, black is always hard. So my challenge was to do an all black tumbler. Let's see. Oh. Thank you. How's the ventilation in my new space? It's about the same. Yeah, so I have an auto press and I use that. If you watch my old videos, I used it, but once I got the Hotronics, I didn't have enough room to have both of them. So now I can have the Hotronics has its own stand, and then I'll be able to put the auto press back over in the corner. So I'll be able to kind of show both. Because those who took my sublimation seminar know that there is a difference as far as benefit-wise for having a landscape or a portrait and a landscape heat press. So I'm kind of upset, like I couldn't really show that during some sublimation seminar, but you'll be able to see like things that I can do on one versus the other. So Trina, you can come over here, girl. We can do some things now. Thank you. So yeah, no 6-year lease. Lease not now. Within about a year, we'll probably end up be signing one because by then. Although I think the last phase of it is due to be finished in like 2024. But from my understanding, those spaces, because of their other one, they fill up fast. So you end up having to basically go into contract for it. You don't have to pay for it because it's not built, but you have to basically kind of reserve it early, even though it's not done. Like everything is not done due to be done until like 2024. So you can end up like reserving a phase 4 spot. So within a year or two, we would end up moving to those because it's literally like right up the street, and I'll still technically be considered to be a Miami Gardens based business. So I'm excited about that. Thank you, thank you. He is really good. The other benefit of this makes this so amazing. Aw, thank you, Miss Dawn. Going to book my plane ticket or van to travel now. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Miss Ford. How are you? The lighting is nice, man. Oh my God. Oh, wait, look. Then y'all be able to see all the imperfections. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So that's where I've been for the past couple of days, really been MIA. But I was like, Wednesday is my day to go live. So I have to. And then guess what? I ain't got no kids here. They at home with their daddy. So I can do classes and I got to worry about kids running into the room, mom, or them fussing because I have an 11-year-old and 4-year-old who like to fight like cats and dogs. So I'm excited about that part. West with the shirts, can't wait. I know, right? To begin, most likely poly, because I mean, want something as far as compatible with the products that we do carry. So with the Sublimation ink, although with Pigment ink, you can do DTV, Jet Pro 3G and things like that. So there's a couple of things in the work, especially once we kind of get into an actual warehouse. So yeah. So that's where I've been, guys. One day I will be like you, and you will also be greater than me. And that to me, like in all honesty, guys, that was one of the things that was really, really important for me in this move is for growth, you don't have to like go like straight to the top, because you also want to be prepared for the overhead that it will bring. Although we were prepared, because I was literally about to sign for $3,600 a month. It creates overhead for you that you then have to make sure that you can handle that and still, of course, have our take home pay and stuff like that. But I wanted to show like a true graduated growth, to go from a home-based business. And then if you end up having to just go into like, you know, even if it's just like you take your operation to a small office, that way you have a little bit more freedom. You can separate home from work. I know Angel B Designs, like she has a separate location from her home. Auntie Tay, they're like, for the longest time, I thought Auntie Tay was like working from like, from her home. And then it was like when the Gabby Patino stuff was going on, and like she said something and she was like, okay, was somebody else, like one of the other tenants in the building. I was like, oh, she's not working from home, because I've been wanting to follow her for so long. And I know she did have a spot in her home. And I even realized, I guess I've missed some videos that she ended up moving. So there's like, if it's not moving into a house. Oh, also my girl, Yolanda from Summation for Beginner. It's a really long name. But she, like, her workspace is really like a house as well. So between her and LaKiana, I was like, let's explore that as just being the next step. But Yolanda does a lot of amazing things from, like, she does her full operation from there. She has big machines. She has that big auto, like 40 some odd, like heat press, and it's in basically like a house situation. So like it's worked for others. It'll definitely work for us. And just kind of get us used to getting up, having a normal routine, getting ready, getting out of the house, me not like keep hitting the snooze, because I'm like, okay, I can just get up, get Zion and Imani ready, and then their dad's going to take them to school. I can still lollygag and then just like literally just be finishing the eyebrows before I go live at like 9, 10 o'clock, whatever. I think now too, I will be able to have like a set schedule for, especially for lives and stuff. So it's just, it's going to be a lot of benefits for us in the long run. And like I said, it's it's steps. I'm not calling them baby steps because it's still a big move in kind of doing this, because there's a lot of investment that we're going to end up putting into like just the business. Like I said, it's 3 machines that I want to kind of get, since now we're in this space. One of them will end up being a lease for the digital press. At first we're going to buy it, and then just networking and talking with the owner of the UPS store. Like, they have the one that I looked at, and that's one of the things that he wanted. And he was like, yeah, all the UPS stores, he was like, even Staples don't own those Xerox machines. They lease them. Oh, we'll do the same. So I'm wanting to get that, wanting to get my white toner, wanting to get the DTG printer, because we are actually already in talks for fulfilling drop shipping and fulfilling for another company. I already do it for a few, but I do it through screen print transfers, but they have way too many designs. So in order to keep up with that demand, we need a quicker turnaround other than like screen print transfer, because they don't want to buy a bunch of screen print transfers up front. So being able to do DTG, to do print on demand, is going to help us with that as well, because that part of our business is picking up, because people kind of spread the word locally. And these are all local companies that we do it for. So being able to get that, and it was like right on time, because Lee Stewart showed one, and I was like, okay, it's not the Epson one. I really like the way that one was. I like their pre-treat machine. So we're looking into that. So it's just room for growth, especially for the custom side of business and the print and production side and signs and stuff like that. Already I was excited because cheer competition is coming up, and I knew it was going to come, and I was like, man, do I want to actually do cheer signs this year? Because the space I was working before, our whole paper and all that, like, it just took up the space. So I was like, man, do I really want to do them this year? And then I already got 3 calls about doing cheer signs this year. So I'm excited, because where my rolling is, I'll be able to do full color signs for them. I'm super, super excited about that. Being able to do full color designs, and where the rolling is and where the cutter is, like, there is a large table in there. I haven't had literally a large and long work surface in like ever, other than like just my tables. So I'm excited about that, because it's a solid surface and I can do my signs and all that stuff, having way more storage. So it's already like coming together to where I can do what was always my passion in having a print shop. But once we kind of had the paper and ink, and then like me teaching classes, that kind of took a back seat, because other stuff kind of took over. So now I get to kind of do all 3. So I'm super excited. Yes, I am doing what I teach about levels, and you guys will be along for the ride to really see the growth and see that as long as you apply, especially things that I teach you, as far as, this is a step up, and then you guys will see the next step up and be able to see that you can be successful in this business, whether it's a print shop or selling blanks or teaching classes, and you just have to learn to manage it at each level, so that you're not stressed at the next one. So yes, I am definitely practicing what I teach. Yes. Overhead is so true. Exactly. Yeah, it was better on the Elgato, right? I have no idea what's going on, but if you're a part of it, it must be great. Congratulations. So, Miss Lydia, I was sharing the fact that we have moved. And I said it, and then my friend said it as well. When she called me, she was like, I'm trying to reach. So she said something at the HS Inc. headquarters. So that was amazing to just kind of even just say that, I always called our garage, our fulfillment center, but to know that like we're leaving the house, like it feels good to just call it headquarters. So that's kind of cool. That was confirmation, because she said the same thing when she called the phone. So I was like, yay. So we have moved our business operation. And so HS 365 LLC has a headquarters now. Yes, you can convert a 15,000 into submission printer. Normally, I would have my little display and I can point, but we do carry it on our website. So visit shop.hsink365.com. That's where you'll find the bottles of ink. Oh, wait. Because my mother had these, literally a whole kit still sitting here. So we do sell the ink. Y'all see what that ink looks like? That's black. What color is that? What color is that? That's not brown. Look at that. So we do sell the ink for it. Okay. So shop.hsink365.com. Yes, I know. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. As you see, we have been moving. So I'm supposed to do it on Monday, but I ended up not doing the live. Once we kind of finish like setting up, then I will be able to do that one because I literally just got my computer hooked up today. So hello, Shawnee D. Yes, we do. Well, we've always had help. We've always actually had help. And then for the custom side, it's a side that even has wanted to learn and get more into. But where I was kind of doing stuff before, it was too tight and we would have been like in each other's way. So now being able to have that separate space, I can go and teach and train him how to use the machines when orders processed, showing him how to do it. That's why I'm glad that we can I can still have my Hottronics in here, but we have a second Hottronics that will be out there as well, to where even if I'm in here doing a class, whatever, it's literally on the other side of the house and he can still process orders. So definitely have help. Even we'll be able to help more on that side, and we actually do have a staff. So I know HS Ink HQ. I know. That ink is blacker than black. That's great, Shakia. Just concerned about you. Thank you. You are speaking your words, and they are in existence now. So happy for you. God is truly great all the time. Yes, he is. So I have promised myself it was a little bit later today, only because I just literally just got my computer set up and got all like the cameras and stuff. And I was like, man, I need to test this one to see, because it's a different connection, and make sure that this other camera is going to work. And the fact that I can use that switcher to put all of my other cameras up. So I can't wait. The mounts won't be here until Sunday, I think. Sunday or Monday. So once I'm able to get all that stuff mounted, one more time. All right. So I'm going to switch the camera because I have to go to IKEA tomorrow, y'all. I have to go to IKEA tomorrow. Okay. So this wall, and I like the way that looks up there. I have do I have them in here? I have my HS ink letters that I have to paint, because I saw that originally. I'm like, okay, I want that up there, but it still has to be moved because I want other shells. So a couple different things, right? With the shells, because, oh, you know what? I might not put shells on this side. I need somewhere for my pegboard. So I might put my pegboard here, which means this side would just be shells. So I was debating whether or not I wanted to kind of leave this part and not take it all the way across, because technically the reason why we did them all the way across in the other one was so that I could display my cameos, but I will have like a spot where they will all be able to go at, and I'll actually be able to use them. So I thought about whether or not I wanted just shells like here all the way up, but because I wish I could kind of have it as a built-in, so I kind of want them to kind of come to here, and maybe leave this in the center so I can put my HS ink letters up there. So just do shorter ones and go up the wall. But then like on this side, I'm like, would the black ones look good on that wall, since there is no black? Like, I think the black looks good off of that because of the wallpaper. But on this side, I don't know if I should put black, but it's more storage in here, but I still need my storage for certain things. So I have to have some type of shelving. And we're going to IKEA tomorrow. So I'm trying to figure out if I should put black on this wall or have it match this. Because this is the color that was in the in my other office. So I got to figure that out. I took pictures because I'm going to probably put it in Photoshop and like put both of them so I can kind of figure it out. But I got to figure it out because I got to go to IKEA tomorrow. So we can finish this part. Yeah, I don't know. Someone else said black. I know, Hans, right? Oh my gosh. It's happening. So I know. So yeah, that's the only thing, like trying to figure that out. And if, because originally the plan was to have it just like before and have it go straight across, although it would still be short, like it would be in the middle because the longest one IKEA has is 70, is it 73? So this wall is much longer than that. So it would still end up having space on the end. So I was like, do I just get the ones that are 43? And actually, no, I think even with 43, where's my measuring tape? I think even with 43, it might not work here. Let's see. 43, yeah, would come way under here. So that will be there. That's their next one under the 70. Yeah, 70, or is it 48? It's 73 and something. So yeah, that would end up being under here. But I was like, I'm trying to like build it out like just right here and leave that open. So I don't know. Wait, I think it's, I don't think, is it 72 or is it 73? But it's still like there, it won't run the distance. And even though they stick out 10 inches, now that much I do remember, they stick out 10 inches in a quarter, it still wouldn't meet. So I would still have a gap. So I was like, man, is it worth it to just put it in the center, just have that open, or just put them along the sides? But I really like that there. So I don't know. Oh, I am not DIY. Look, no. The DIY days are gone. I cannot. I just need it to be, I need to go pick it up. I need it to be screwed in and I need to be done. I don't have, because of what we're trying to do, I don't have time for no DIY. I'm not cutting nothing. I'm not measuring, not a sing. I'm just going to go. It's called, look, we are at the end of the year anyway. So it's a write-off. We're in our new fiscal year. We've actually budgeted for things anyway. So yeah, I will not be DIY. Yeah, so yeah, I don't think they don't have one that's like 108. It's like 70 something, and then because I have both of them, it's like 70 something and 40 something, but I have to go and figure it out. But I'm actually glad I was on here because I'll put down, because I was like, oh shoot, where is my pegboard going to go? So my pegboard can go on this wall, and then just this one and this one will have shelves. Because my paper really the only thing that really needs to go on my shelves is like the display when I am like behind me, so you guys can see all the HS ink stuff, and my paper, because all of the other shelves literally just house my cameos, and they're going to have their own home, so I can actually use all 6 of them, and I'll be able to bring out the solo. So I'm excited about that. It might be. I just don't have the time. Like, I'm actually behind. Today was supposed to be the first day of our business class, and we've been moving for about we've been processing and doing all this stuff for about 2 weeks. So y'all don't understand. If you took my summation seminar, you don't understand how stressed I was doing that, because like literally doing that and then having to work on packing to move. So I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And so the other day, what I forgot that it was, like I was on TikTok and I was on there for a while, and they was like, no, just stay on. And I ended up taking my braids down. I may or may not have washed my hair. It's just been that crazy. So I need to get back to it because like I have classes that, and I've been talking about them for the longest, but I couldn't wrap my head around getting everything together. Like I was just pulled in like 30,000 directions. But today was supposed to be the first day. So now I'm going to push it to, well, it was supposed to be October 19th, but that's my mom's birthday. So every other class will be on a Wednesday, but I might have to make that very first one on, well, I can either do the intro in the morning or do it like on the Thursday because I can't do it on the 19th because that's my mom's birthday. But all of that, my holiday sales, to prep for holiday sales was supposed to be tomorrow and Friday. I never got a chance to put it up. So when I say I have no time, like I'm actually a little bit behind in my plans for classes and stuff like that. I can't DIY nothing. And between that and also training even on equipment, him and staff on equipment, especially my rolling, because baby, they mess up their rolling. We gonna fight if you mess up my rolling. And then I also have to, it's been a while since I used my US cutter. So hopefully that thing works. If not, I gotta order a new one. Don't tell even. But it'll probably be a Graph Tech one this time instead of the US cutter one. But it's been sitting for a really, really long time. So hopefully it still works. That's the thing. Like technically in this room, it's gonna be more for video purposes. I don't know. Like I really wanted this one to be for video purposes and like certain demos, but as far as workspace, it actually won't be in here. Because I want to keep this area clean. My room was never clean. Y'all saw a little small portion. That's why I kind of kept y'all like this because it was never clean in there. Never, ever, ever. So I want this one to be more like an actual studio for recording and only bring in here what I need for the video, but like actual business wise, like that type of stuff will be on the other side, and there'll be like a thing there for tools. So yeah, I think that this wall right here will probably be the best one for the pegboard because it's just gonna be decorations anyway. Yes, because we need you to get up and running. The holidays are around the corner. I know. Thank you. Hey, friend, how you doing? I saw you. Have you had time to look at the? No, I have not, because I tried to do it before we did like before I took my computer down, but our internet was acting super cuckoo. Hey, haven't had any internet issues. Hey, because our house literally is like a solid house. Like it's really hard for internet service to get through that or whatever. But the internet was acting crazy, so I couldn't do it. Hopefully, I'll be able to do it. I can't say tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be able to do it on Friday. So yeah, hopefully on Friday I'll be able to do it. I haven't even changed mine because I literally want my first look to be with y'all. So I want to do the upgrade, the update. I backed up everything already, but I want to actually go in, show the whole setup as far as switching over to it and give my first reactions with you guys. So I haven't even bothered to download it to just take a look at it. Whenever I see it, y'all will see me see it. I've been looking daily to see if classes have been posted on site. Yeah, it's just been crazy, Miss Cheryl. Do I like the new Caesar Juliet? So, in theory, I understand what it is that they were wanting to do with it and kind of bridging the gap between a commercial cutter, which I have two of them, and there are major differences between a commercial cutter and a craft cutter. Even though with like Cricut, you can change out the blade, it's just still the way that it works. It's a lot different in how it moves and how a commercial cutter moves. So they're trying to basically bridge that gap, which I get. I think it's kind of a decent idea in what they're doing. But when I saw it in action, I'm not, of course, privy enough to have one to test it because I can probably go and everybody else is so. And I think that's always going to be an issue. I don't know if they really want someone who's really going to put it to the test and be honest with them. I think for any company. So I've seen a lot of people do reviews on it and it's just like, oh my God, this is going to be great. This is going to be this. And I'm like, y'all aren't seeing all of these flaws to this. So just in how it loads, I love the pinch rollers. I don't like the look of it. It looks like a pill. So it looks like a time capsule. I don't really care for the shape of it. But when you load it, it's not like with my US cutter, like one you rear feed it and it comes out this way. So it's gravity fed. It still cuts starting to, when you're looking at it, like cutting to the right if you're in front of it. My Roland also does the same thing. It goes from right to left. So when you're looking at their software and where you have to position it, I'm like, that's kind of confusing how you have to load it. So it's like, what do you like? It's cute if you have just a 12 by 12 mat. So, okay, you put it in there and then you have to like load it in and push it to the back. But what if you need to do a big thing of vinyl? So I didn't see anyone where they actually loaded it from the rear and like, because when you hit the button, the rollers roll the wrong way. So I'm like, you can't feed it in that way. It's moving the wrong way. So it's little things like that that I noticed. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. So I have seen it because I have experience with a lot of different cutters. I think my perspective on it is a little bit different than others. I haven't had a chance to try out the Solo to kind of see how that is compared to. Now I'll finally be able to try out my Solo. But just at first glance, I love the fact that they're wanting to bridge commercial in a smaller format, but I just think it needs a lot of work. And it's really hard to judge off of how their software will be because you haven't really, like, people have shown like some pre-made stuff, but literally everybody that I've seen do it, they're cutting out the little shirt and the word Caesar. So with all the different files, and I'm like, okay, can you utilize any of those? I understand it's in beta, but everybody has pretty much done just the word Caesar. That ain't helping me really understand how this works. So I'm not excited. Like, I mean, from the outside looking in, maybe everybody else has to show their excitement because they are a sponsor or, you know, they got them for free or whatever. But without even having my hands on it and just kind of looking at it from the outside looking in, great idea. I just see a lot of holes in the process. So that's my take on it. So when I saw it loaded, it stopped in different places. Yeah. So, and it cuts starting from the left. So like one, it doesn't like with Silhouette, you're designing like, well, Cricut, it kind of just moves it. Silhouette, you design it and you put it to the top and like, it's going to cut that way. It's like you design it. Like when I saw people move it, they had to move it to the bottom for it to cut there because of where it loads. I was like, yeah, that's team too much. Anybody got time to be doing all the extra moving around? It needs to be at the top and it will know where to cut. Anybody got time to be moving it to the bottom? So for me right now, I'm like mid. I'm a little under mid. I haven't been like super impressed with the videos that I've seen of people who are unboxing it. And it's, I can't even call it beta. It's literally, to me, they're still in prototype phase. And the videos I saw, I'm just like, I mean, it's cool, but I'm not impressed. I'm at a 4 out of like 10. So that's just my take on it. But I'm going to go because I promised myself I'd actually be out of here. But today's a little bit different. But to also have time with my family and be out and like have businesses shut down unless it's a 6:35 class that starts. And even then, 2 hours, 8:30, like 9 o'clock, it is out the door, locking everything up, turning on the alarms. So my goal is to be out by 9. It is now 9:15. So I'm going to get my behind off of here because I've given y'all 15 minutes past the time that I'm supposed to be in HQ. Y'all like that? I like HQ. So if you're local, you get to actually pick it up and not have to worry about like going to UPS and stuff like that. Like you can literally come here and we're resetting that up also to change the local pickup location in the system. So that's going to be cool. Y'all just can't come here and try and talk my ear off because, you know, your girl got work to do. But yeah, that's that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. I am out of here. But don't forget to visit the website, shop.hsinc365.com. Oh, you know what? Let's just do this. I did the sneak peek. We're going to drop a discount code. and y'all can use it until midnight. Let me go in here and do this. Hold on. All right, so let's go discount. Create a discount code. Amount off order. I don't want to do new move. I don't want to do HQ. I want to save that one. I guess we'll just do sneak. Instead of glow up, it's the ink up. So let's do ink up. Instead of glow up, it's an ink up. All right. And we're going to set the end time for, you know what? People never look out for the West Coast. So that would be what, 3:30 my time, 12, 11, no, I have to go the other way. 12, 1, 2, 3. 3:30 my time. So I'll even do it for 12 midnight for the West Coast. So 3. Oh, so that would be 2:59. 2:59, because at midnight on the West Coast, it will be over. So 2:59 a.m. on the 6th. Hey, I said 2:59 a.m., not 11:59 p.m. 2:59 a.m. There you go. So feel free to visit. Oh, wait, I meant to do get shareable link. If you click on it, it'll automatically add the discount code to your cart. It's applied at checkout. So the code is ink up. Instead of glow up, it's the ink up. And that will get you 15% off of your order. So yes, and it's a new space. I should have did that one, new space. But it's the ink up. So you guys can use that. No, so it doesn't matter. Everything I'm in on our system, it automatically registers where we are located at. That's why I put 2:59 a.m. each at a time, which will make it 11:59 or before midnight for the West Coast. So that's why I put it that way. Everything that we do in our system automatically makes it to where it is Eastern Standard Time. So ink up 15% off of the site. But I'm going to get out of here before I hit 9:20. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity. And this good. Oh, my lips are dry. Look, you can really tell my lips are dry. You can look. I'm showing you. Oh, wait, it's actually not that. No, is it this one? It's ashy. It's actually dark. I have to work on that because I have some pigmentation in there because I'm always leaning on my chair. But look at the lighting. Y'all understand? Y'all don't understand. Well, no, y'all do, because I was always complaining about lighting. Like this right here alone. Do y'all remember last week this was looking purple? So it wasn't just this light. See, if you get too close, I was so close up on like, I don't think I'll have as many headaches from my lighting, because before my lighting was like right in my face. So now it can sit back a little bit and not be like right up in my face. So like I can hold this up and it looks black. Remember last week, because my lighting was like right up on it, it looked purple. So I think if I come closer to the light, see, it starts to look purple. This is damn near how close I was before. My cameras were really, really up on me. But you can see the fact that it's black. So I'm excited about that. Yay. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible.